Everybody ready for me? Okay, I'm gonna try to be ready too. So Susan gave me some medicine, so if I don't make any sense, it's her fault. Okay, just going ahead and had a little back trouble, and I feel good, but I just don't want to be. Anyway, I just wanted to welcome everybody and thank all of you for coming to honor a wife, sister, mother, grandmother, great grandmother, aunt, cousin, dear friends, and neighbors. And Mom would love this and hate it that she can't be here. It's the damnedest thing. This is when everybody that you love the most is in the same room. And I know she's up there holding court today, and she's watching us, and she's talking about everybody. So in a good way, because she loved all y'all. So anyway, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming. So here we go. Okay, sitting up here by myself. Oh, hang on. I don't want to be mic'd up though.
Probably not going to work. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't need to be that close. That's
My brother Frank and I are both proud students of Dr. Enochs from the early 1970s in Kentucky. That means that he and I have known Ed and Louise for more than 50 years. And it's been a real pleasure and joy. I hope you'll allow me one story before I have a prayer. I remember the first meeting that I had with Miss Louise. She and Dr. Enochs had invited his PhD students to their home, and my wife and I and our 2-year-old son went, and it was a exciting evening. But I think my reputation had preceded me. My office mates thought I was too focused on mathematics. Proving theorems on napkins at the dinner table seemed to be a clue. I suspect that Miss Louise had noticed that too from Dr. Enochs. Before my wife Carol and I left the party that night, Louise came over to me. I didn't even know that she knew my name, but she said, "Tom, do you know who is President of the United States?" She knew about my focus, obviously, and she was teasing me as she did for many years. Even after I graduated, she would always ask me that question. Do you know who is the president? I think if she'd asked any other question, I might not have known the answer. But I think I got the answer right. That was the beginning of a long and lasting friendship. For the last 30 plus years, Louise has been praying for my family and asking others to pray for my family. And I such an honor and privilege for me to be able to thank God for Miss Louise and all that she means to me and my family. So I hope you'll pray with me. Heavenly Father, our hearts are sad because of our great loss, but our minds are filled with many wonderful memories of the blessed life of Miss Louise. Thank you for her kind, generous, and loving heart that always put others first. Thank you for her keen intellect and her great sense of humor that made us think and laugh. Thank you for empathy and wisdom that allowed her to accept us as we are. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for her gracious example of a life well lived that will continue to inspire all of us to be better family members, better friends, and better people. And finally, Lord, thank you for Dr. Enochs, whose humility and kindness makes everyone feel like part of the family. In Jesus' name, amen. Oh, I left without it.
That's going to be this fun part of this whole thing.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I am found. Was blind, but now I see. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. Oh.
Thank you. I have a poem to read, but the poem is Louise. You know, her words, the way she spoke, the way she carried herself was always a poem to me. I lost my mother 10 years ago to the day. And I always called Louise my utter mother because she touched my heart like no one else could. And I'm very honored to read this poem for Louise. It's called Let Me Go by Christina Rossetti. When I come to the end of the road and the sun has set for me, I want no rights in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not for long, and not with your head bowed low. Remember the love that once we shared. Miss me, let me go. For this is a journey we all must take, and each must go alone. It's all part of the master plan, a step on the road to home. When you are lonely and sick at heart, go to the friends we know. Laugh at all the things we used to do. Miss me, but let me go. Keep that and frame that for later, right? Okay. Okay, Keith, you know the drill.
Do I need that? Probably not.
We're filming it.
Oh, that's what that's about. Okay. I need my G. Hold on a minute. Gotta find my note. Well, the wind is not my friend at the moment. All right. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Ave, Ave Dominus, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus, et benedictus fructis ventris tui, Iesus. Ave Maria. Just going.
Come on, Gator. That was
There we
beautiful,
go.
Keith. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I'm a bit nervous. Worried I'm just going to get into a puddle. So it might happen, but we'll just go with it. For a moment of vulnerability, my siblings and my dad and I have been putting this memorial together, and it has been, to be honest, a bit of a challenge. I share that right off with you because all I think of, it is one of those lessons from Mom. Right after Mom left us, things at the house started to break. Daddy's air conditioning stopped working. The garage door quit. I mean, it was that second week. And I said, Daddy, I think she's testing you. I think she's trying to figure out if you can still get stuff done without her, because she would manage it all. And we all knew that. And he knew that. Although he's got so much master skill, he just let her do it. So I think this was part of our test too, is trying to work together, agree on things. So yesterday when I was writing this eulogy, and yeah, I waited till yesterday because if you know me, you know me. And funny enough, it occurred to me that putting this memorial together with my 3 other siblings that are here with us and Susan was another lesson for Mom. And no matter how this goes and what we missed, which was a lot of things that we wanted to include and didn't get to, but we are doing it. And people came. Thank you for coming. And so thank you, Mom, for getting us to do it. Second, I want to apologize to everyone here. I've been terrible at communicating these past few months. I've taken weeks to respond, if I've responded at all. And I got definitely shut down. Felt the most anxiety I have ever felt. I've also cried so beautifully as I think about her. Laughed so hard with Daddy, talking about her and all her little ways. I bargained, which in grief I've never bargained before, but about a week ago I was like, okay, we proved we could do it without her. We did it. Bring her back. We did it. Like, this game is dumb, but we accomplished it. Daddy's doing his best and we're all hanging in there, and I've never felt that before in the grief process, but I was ready. I was ready to be done with this game. And while doing all of this, I know that this is all what beautiful grief looks like. I see this in all of my siblings, both healing and grieving, and the challenges that it brings. She was different with each of us.
She even had a different tone of voice, barely noticeable to anybody else, but if you were paying attention, and when I was young and she would answer the phone, I always knew who it was. She had a different tone for Corrine, a different tone for Madeline, a different tone for Mary Jane, a different cadence, a different way she would speak. It was part of her way, giving us different lessons, which we're so grateful for, and we're still learning. As I've been thinking about my mom and how I wanted to celebrate her and share her with all of you today, I feel she was always doing one of three things. She was loving, she was developing or mastering a system, or she was laughing. Aunt Hilda, her loving, well, first of all, her loving starts with all of you here. And from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of my dad and all of my siblings, I want to say the most heartfelt thank you for being here today. Thank you for loving her. Thank you for loving us enough to stop your lives, to travel during the holidays, which can be quite challenging, and to come to this special place on the hill, which Mom loved, to be here with us and to celebrate our mom, Louise, Nina, Aunt Louise, and Loves. It is so incredibly meaningful to have each and every one of you here with us. So truly, thank you very, very much for being a part of this with us. Mom's love, I believe, started with you, Aunt Hilda. Her loves, her first and most enduring friendship. There is so much to cherish in what I witnessed in her amazing love for you. I believe in many ways that no one knew each other better. Your care and devotion to each other, everything you two have shared throughout your lives and how you connected, you two stayed calling each other almost every day, which is just truly extraordinary. She counted on you, Aunt Hilda, and you were there for her. As anyone who is close to someone who is an identical twin, you know that everyone thinks you're just alike. But we all know how different you were. And I think that was one of the most beautiful things about you two. You were strong in different ways and vulnerable in others. When I think of you both, I think the thing that gives me the most joy is how you both found amazing partners to share your life with. Mom having Daddy and you having Uncle Bobby. They were and are both always by your side. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to aspire to have. And Hilda, I hope you can feel that all of us are so grateful that you are here with us. That part of Mom we see in you and can still hug makes losing her just a little bit easier. So thank you. Thank you for loving her so much and for being here. Thank you, Uncle Bobby, Debbie, Greg. I think I saw Dan and Julie and their kids for coming with her. With everything that you all are dealing with right now and everything you're going through, it's just so meaningful to have you all here. So thank you. Need a minute. Sorry. Now, Daddy, undoubtedly, without question, Mom's greatest love. There's so much to say about the adventure that you and Mom began when you were just 18 and her 14, and asking about the beginning of your life. When asking about the beginning of your life, I know with full confidence that Mom loved you as much at 14 that she did the day she left us. I also love that not only did she love you, but she was absolutely crushing on you every day. I don't think I spent one day with her where she didn't remark how cute he was. There was always a picture of him nearby. She had this, you know how right now you can grab images off the phone where it was just a picture of him standing there in his khakis, and she'd had that as her lock screen. So everywhere we were, he was there, and she would say, that you were the most precious thing to her on the planet. She loves sharing so many things with you. Your morning coffee, deciding what was for lunch, and back in the day, picking out the movies you were all going to go see, and she would fall asleep in, but you couldn't say anything about it. She also loved sharing your work and all of your relationships you built together through your math that became a larger part of our family. Thank you, Tom and Frank, for being here. And Overtune and Claudine, you all represent the global family of people who came together through math, but shared a love of friendship that solved for so much more in all of our lives. Mom knew all of your stories, shared parts of your journey, and so enjoyed being part of your lives in such an enduring way. To be married this long, of course, was not without challenges. I've always found your difference to be my favorite things. Mom had her systems, and no one was privy to them more than this guy right here. Mom managed our household brilliantly. It was always kept so clean, so organized, so systemized. She had her particular ways that were so charming, but also at times, one could say, challenging. Everything had its place, from the way we kept ice in the freezer, her management of the laundry, and how she kept her bathroom cabinets, which is one of my personal favorites, no clutter. There was 2 deodorants, maybe an extra bottle of soap, and a few rolls of toilet paper. It was just perfection, and I aspired to get there. I'm not there. But in order to manage this, if you lived with her, you were going to be instructed, taught, and given every specific detail in order to ensure you have a complete and full understanding of what was expected. So one of my favorite stories that encapsulates this, when my parents were living in the townhouse in Kentucky, and I just happened to be in one of my transitions in my life, and I was living with them, so I got to experience it. My parents have been avid recyclers for decades, but it had to be done just right. I mean, her recycling sparkled. One day, Daddy walked in the kitchen just to ask her a little question, and she was in the middle of preparing a small peanut butter jar to be recycled. He had walked into a moment he couldn't have seen coming. Something had been missed, not done to her satisfaction. So she had to, and I mean had to, give a small lecture on the cleaning of this peanut butter jar. She was so thorough and had to ensure you fully understood the magnitude of not having a speck of residue on that jar. And she had to ensure that this could never happen again. She went through each step, each layer of her process in order to get that tiny plastic jar so damn clean. It took attention to detail, the use of several tools and methods and stages. You had to hear them all to not miss a step. Finally, she wrapped it up and felt that you were fully informed and completely aware of her expectations going forward. And my siblings are laughing so hard because we've all got this. We have this memory with her. And she then said to Daddy, "What did you need?" And, and Daddy replied, "I'm afraid to ask." And they both burst out laughing. This is the way I found your marriage so beautiful. It was challenging, but you two always found a way to laugh and laugh at yourselves. Just a few weeks before Mom passed, she told me that you had come into her room, sat down, and said to her that you wanted to apologize for ever giving her a hard time. She replied, "Oh, Ed, there were only 2 things that you ever gave me a hard time about. One was something, and I can't remember it. It might have been the dishes." And then I said, "Well, what was the second thing, Mom?" And she goes, "I don't remember." And we burst out laughing. Daddy, you made her happy. You loved and supported her through so much. Thank you for being so devoted to her, for enduring all of her systems, for standing by her side, for holding her hand, for laying with her on her last day for 6 hours, holding her hand in a picture of your devotion to her that all of us who got to witness it, which was a blessing, will carry us with us for the rest of our lives. You were her greatest love. Thank you for caring for her so much. We love you for giving that to her. More of Mom's love was shared with all of her children, starting with Corrine, named after her mother, Armanku. Corrine, we're all so sad that you're not here with us today. In many ways, Corrine hasn't been with us for a long, long time. Throughout a great deal of her adult life, Corrine has gone through a lot of challenges. She has also brought so many wonderful things to our family. Corrine is so sweet, like our mom and our dad, and so stubborn. I don't know where they get that. No matter what happened, though, Mom never gave up on you, Corrine. Mom always believed in you, and in your mom, you always had her heart. We love you, Corrine, and we miss you very much. Now, Mary Jane, another story. Mom's most devoted right-hand man. I have so many things I'd like to share about your relationship with Mom, but I want to start off by saying thank you. You were hired for a job you didn't apply for, and you took it on like you take everything else on, and gave it everything you got, and we all saw it. I mean, where do we begin? If you had $1 for every day that you ran errands with that woman, you could retire and fly around the world for a few years. You always made yourself available to her, supported her, listened to her, and made her feel like it was going to be okay. I think you share that calming trait with all of your students, which is why you make such a great teacher. None of us know what Mom's life would have been like had you not taken on so much and supported her so much. We know you did it because you loved her. You've had such a big heart, and we all love you for it. We also love that you two can now retire from that job, and you can be good to yourself and spoil yourself and live it up. You deserve it, and I love you. Now, another story is our Catherine. Catherine, you just made Mom happy. She always lit up when she talked about you. What a happy baby you were. And we all see it to you in this day. You can't spend 5 minutes with her and she's not laughing. Although your obvious similarities with Daddy are clear, your shared ability to worry to infinity about things, just like our mother, is one of my favorite things. The fact that you turned your entire career into a merge of math and worries is so poetic. She loved you as a mother and was so grateful that you, as her only child out of all 7 of us jerks who never asked for advice, you were the one that did. Thank you. I didn't know anyone else was. You are a smart one, Catherine, and thank you for sharing all of that with Mom. You did make her happy in so many ways. Molly, another sister, we're sad we can't be here. Mom's adventurer. She was always in wonder with you. Your recent move to France made Mom simply delighted. When we would travel there to France, there was a different part of Mom that would show up. She was more joyful, more adventurous, easier. She even stayed up late drinking wine or playing cards. Daddy and I talked the other day about just how much she loved France. And I think you moving there let her live vicariously through you. She didn't even want you to know that she was sick when she got this diagnosis because she didn't want to spoil any of your adventures. She loved how much you traveled and how you seemed to fearlessly go about your adventures. She would always say, I don't know where she gets her courage. And I would always say, Mom, after having 7 babies is incredibly courageous. I think she got it from you. Molly, we will miss you being with us today, but you're in our hearts, and thank you for giving Mom so much joy in who you are and all you do. Now, dear Madeline, we are so grateful that you were here to be with us when we all said goodbye to Mom. Mom loved you so much. She saw you with her giant heart and only wanted to ever be able to love you. You and Mom shared so many wonderful times. And for me, what I witnessed with you two most was laughter. I love nothing more than being with you two and laughing or singing, which we did a lot. We did a FaceTime call with Madeline before she came down, and we sang You Light Up My Life. Mom just broke out into, we'd drive around and sing it. We thought we sounded good. The lightness that you both had, the love of shopping, and so many other things. My favorite story, and I'm not sure I'll get through it, was when Madeline opened her first hair salon in Lexington, and it was an amazing place. It was called Evo's Ishmael. And Mom came in to get her hair done by Madeline, and it just so happened that in the chair next to Mom was a client, lovely young lady, but she had a speech impediment. I know this was going to be indelicate, but Madeline, who would engage with everyone with big smile and warm heart, just like Mom, asked the girl a question. Well, the nice lady took her time, worked hard, and was able to work through and labor and answer that question. And Mom, in her chair next to her, was hanging on to every word. When the lady finished answering, Madeline, who was doing 3 things at once, lost focus, and then realized the lady finished and said, "Pardon me?" And Mom lost it. I mean, I think everyone in the salon lost it. She laughed so hard. That is one of my favorite Madeline and Mom stories because it's just so perfect. So thank you, Madeline, for giving Mom so much joy. And now, Brother John, where are you? Mom's precious boy. I believe having a son made Mom's life completely full. In this family, we don't shy away from the awareness that Mom had a favorite, and that favorite was you. She looked to you for so many things. Advice on clothes, interior design, and decorating. You both shared a passion for homes and beauty, and she loved it. You were easy for her, brother. We weren't. And I can feel comfortable speaking for the girls. You did. You made it easy for her, and having you really helped her. I mean, you were so cute. Bring her to that card to Mommy from her boy. John had a card that he'd given her once. And whenever he got in trouble, he would go get the card and he would bring it to her, and every time she melted. I wish I'd had one of those cards. I know if she also ever had a legal issue, she would count on you, and you were always there for her, always her boy. Thank you for loving Mom so much and for taking care of her and for making it easy, at least for one kid. As for me and my relationship with Mom, I celebrate so many things. It's just too much to say. I know I was gifted to be like her in so many ways, and I'm really grateful for it. She just got me, and I got her. Especially our deep love of cleaning and organizing. We get that from Monku. Oh my God, it's an obsession. And she would get the coolest tools and find the best products, and we would talk about it all the time. And it was just a delight. When she asked me a couple weeks ago, or before she left, if I could take over their bills after she was gone, it was stressful. But in doing it, I found it delightful, because when so many times I couldn't figure out a password or where she put something or a PIN code, I figured it out because I have her brain. you know, I was able to like work through it. I just had to get calm enough. I just had to like think it through. There was a pin that she had put on her Netflix account, and I thought I'm never going to figure that out. And voila, about 3 days ago, I go, I got it. And I got it. So it's been really a fun adventure. I'm going to miss her so much, and having that feeling that only a mom can give you, that someone understands you, is something that I will truly miss. I'm so grateful to have been there, to hold her hand, to comfort her. I even sang to her in the end, and it wasn't pretty, but I hoped she would find some comfort in it. Thank you, Mom, for everything, for just being you, and for loving all of us and having all of us. Whew, thank goodness. I always say in you, someone who tried, and what more can anyone ask for in a mom? She tried. She really, really tried. If I may indulge something for me personally, to my Susan, my partner, whose heart is so big and loves me so much, that when I called her 2 years ago, after I'd come down here to help Mom work through a challenging time, Mom had a pain in her neck that started on that trip we made to Homa House. We got a 1-bedroom hotel. We stayed there at the Homa House, and Mom insisted on sleeping on this rickety pull-out sofa so that she could watch TV all night, as she did. But it messed up her neck, and it wouldn't go away. And it started to bring her a lot of anxiety, and she started talking about going to a nursing home, and just got pretty worried. And I was on vacation in Gulf Shores and cut my vacation short and drove here, and we started to work on it. And she got better and calmed down. That was a beautiful pop-up reunion, Keith. Thank you for doing that and giving us all that memory so that she could see all of you and spend that time with you. Really appreciate all of you, Amos's, for putting that together. Thank you, Julie and Lorena and Mark, Eric and Keith, for coming today and sharing all of this with us. While we were staying there, I already told that story. So anyway, yeah, I called Susan after I spent a week here and then decided I couldn't leave, and then made the decision that I think we needed to be here more permanently. So I called Susan and said, I think we need to move down to Mississippi. And she took a moment, she caught her breath, and then she graciously agreed. And I just want to say in front of all of you how grateful I am for her and the love and care that she gave my mother. I'm so grateful for you, Susan, for sharing every appointment, running the errands, talking through her needs with me, and helping to figure out what Mom needed when she needed it. Mom loved you so much, and she trusted you with her life. And I will never not be grateful for your partnership, so thank you. We are also remembering your dear mother, Ruth, whom we lost 10 years ago today, as Susan mentioned. Mom loved Ruth so much. Mom admired so many things about Ruth, because Ruth just suffered no prisoners, was very direct with her children, and Mom wished she had that. She used to say, I wish I could do what Ruth does. And so when Mom's last moments were becoming apparent, we asked Ruth if she would meet her. And I believe right now, knowing that they are up there playing cards, laughing, and enjoying their lives together. So that brings us a lot of comfort. To Mom's grandchildren, whom she was so delighted by, especially all of you that are here with us, Max and Amy, Emma and Elliot, Julian, Ellie and Isabel, and JD. To her precious great-grandchildren, to whom are here with us today, Amelia and Delilah. Mom loved you all so very much. Thank you all for being so wonderful and loving to her. To our Howell and Enochs cousins, thank you for always making your Aunt Louise feel so loved and special. You all made so much effort to call, to visit, and with Mom, she truly felt your love from you. So thank you, Jean and Dode, Evans and Margaret, Jeff, Phil and Mary Amelia, Marion and Phelps, Lampton, Elizabeth, Thomas and Kim. You really made Mom feel loved, and thank you for doing that. So in closing, I just want to share that I know we have all had and all are experiencing grief. grief has taught me so much, and it's the reason that I got into healing and doing therapy. And each person I've lost has taught me and has healed me in their own way. Losing our mom has been filled with tremendous lessons so far. Each one I'm so grateful for, and we are just at the beginning. I believe that all of us should consider how my mom, although feared so many things throughout her life, the weather, crime, the crime in Seattle, she just worried about so many things. If we ran errands in town, Macomb is so small, so safe. She would have me lock the doors if I went inside because I knew there was a gang of people trying to steal grandma's. It's real. But she got worried about so many things. But when it came to this diagnosis, my mom was just absolutely fearless. Not once, not in any conversation or any doctor giving us the life expectancy, which was very difficult for all of us to hear, that she could expect. She never shaked her resolve. She never didn't question it. She said, I've had a full life and I accept my fate. And she, to me, was embodying the very definition of courage. And I think we can all learn something from that. Mom loved each and every one of you. And we all do too. So thank you all for coming. And thank you for sharing our love of Mom.
We are off. Okay. Okay, so to conclude, I just wanted to leave y'all with some, as you know, Mama was a woman of many, many, many words, and she always had her pearls of wisdom to share with us. So I'm going to share some of those with y'all so we can just be safe when you go home. Don't pass trucks. Sorry, Louise, I've been passing trucks since I started driving, but I always told her I didn't. I said I would promise I wouldn't pass trucks, and I'm assuming the rest of us pass trucks too. Whenever we would go out and we had early curfew, we always had an earlier curfew than everybody else, and we would get out and we would call home and, Mama, can we stay out later? And she would say, Daddy said come home. So that was you. When we would go on dates, and she was very adamant about this. If a boy takes you out and he pays for dinner or movie, you owe him nothing. You owe him nothing. If you had a job you didn't like, just quit. Just quit your job. And last but not least, and I'm not going to explain this, but don't tell Daddy. So, I am going to share one last thing that, so I got to pull it up. When I texted her brother, Uncle Gus, to let him know that she was not doing well, when he texted me back, he said, the best silver lining your mother and I agreed on was your grandmother had a superpower, the gracious ability to live with it all. I could tell Louise got it in spades. Sweet. So, okay. Yep. And now, grandson Ellie is going to play one of her favorite songs. Mom loved The Sound of Music. We probably saw it thousands of times. We all have it memorized. We could actually we discussed recreating So Long Farewell, but decided to spare everybody from doing that. So we asked if Ellie could play Edelweiss, and she sang and whistled, hummed it incessantly the last few years. So anyway, and also thank everybody. So okay. Oh, thank you. Just for the streaming.
Yeah, I think everybody's heard this 1,000 times now from singing it, so everybody should know the words at this point. So feel free to sing along. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. Every morning you greet me. Edelweiss, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my loved one forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me. Small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Oh, thanks, everyone. Oh, let's see it. Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Ellie. That really made it perfect.
No, thanks.
She would have
That's such a good
loved
one.
that.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that.
There we go.
That was really good.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks. Thanks.
So proud of you.
Huh? Okay.
You already